This 2001 Kentucky quarter might be hiding in your pocket, and it's worth more than you think. Here's the shocking history and value you can't miss. The year 2001 marked the release of the Kentucky State Quarter, the 15th coin released in the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999. The Kentucky Quarter was released into circulation on October 15, 2001, and it honored the Commonwealth of Kentucky, which had joined the Union as the 15th state on June 1, 1792. This was part of the long-term initiative by the United States Mint to commemorate all 50 states in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. The reverse of the Kentucky Quarter is rich in symbolism and design elements that reflect the state's historical, cultural, and architectural heritage. The central image depicts Federal Hill, which is also known as My Old Kentucky Home, a mansion located in Bardstown, Kentucky, that is famously associated with the state song My Old Kentucky Home, written by Stephen Foster, who visited the estate and drew inspiration from it. The mansion is an important symbol in Kentucky and represents Southern hospitality culture and the antebellum architecture of the early 19th century. The house itself is surrounded by horse fences and open pastures, which are also shown on the quarter, along with a thoroughbred racehorse in the foreground that symbolizes Kentucky's world-famous horse industry, particularly the Kentucky Derby and its equine breeding heritage. This state is known around the world for its contribution to horse racing, and the quarter elegantly ties in that aspect of its economy and tradition. The words, "My Old Kentucky Home," appear below the image of Federal Hill, further solidifying the connection between the song, the building, and the cultural pride of the state above the mansion and horse. The words Kentucky and 1792 are displayed. 1792 being the year Kentucky was admitted to the Union. The reverse design was created by T. James Farrell and engraved by Donna Weaver, both artists working with the U.S. Mint at the time. Their work helped to capture the essence of Kentucky history in a single image that would be seen by millions of Americans and collectors worldwide. Moving on to the obverse side of the coin, we find the familiar profile of George Washington. As designed by John Flanagan originally in 1932, this standard design was used across all state quarters and remained consistent to maintain uniformity. While the reverse changed from state to state, the obverse kept the traditional appearance of Washington with the inscriptions, "United States of America Liberty," "In God We Trust," and "Quarter Dollar." The 2001 Kentucky Quarter was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, bearing the P and D mint marks respectively, and in some cases it was also produced in proof versions by the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark. Proof coins were available in both clad and 90% silver varieties for collectors. These proof coins were not released into circulation, but sold directly by the U.S. Mint in specially packaged sets. When it comes to mintage numbers, the Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 353 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced around 370 million, making a combined total mintage of over 723 million quarters. This high production volume means the Kentucky Quarter is not especially rare in general circulation, but specific varieties and error coins have been reported, which can increase the value substantially for collectors. Among the more desirable errors are off-center strikes, die cracks, double die reverses, and clipped planchets. Some of these error coins have fetched prices in excess of $50 to $100. Depending on the severity and visibility of the flaw, as well as the overall condition of the coin. Beyond errors, the condition of the coin is key to its collector value. Uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, can carry premiums, although even these tend to stay in the range of $10 to $25. Unless they are part of a rare die variety or error coinage. One particular die variety, known as the double die reverse, can feature doubling on the details of the horse, the fencing, or the lettering. although this is relatively rare and must be authenticated by a professional third-party grading service for any serious value to be assigned. Another key detail to consider is the silver-proof version of the coin minted in San Francisco, which contains 90% silver and is aimed at collectors, not circulation. This coin in perfect proof condition can fetch $10 to $15 on average, though prices may vary depending on market demand and overall silver prices. The 2001 Kentucky quarter also holds significant educational and historical value beyond its monetary aspect. It stands as a reflection of American state pride and cultural identity, tying in elements of song architecture and sport in a small piece of metal that millions can carry in their pocket. Educational institutions often use these quarters as a starting point to teach young learners about state history and numismatics, making them powerful tools of civic engagement and historical awareness. The coin is part of a broader trend of numismatic celebration that includes not only state quarters but also the America. The Beautiful series and other commemorative programs by the U.S. Mint collectors often seek full sets of the state quarter series, and Kentucky, being the 15th in the series, occupies a meaningful position within that sequence, especially among those who collect by order of statehood or personal affiliation, such as birthplace travel or family heritage. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in state quarters among younger generations as coin. Collecting apps online, auctions, and YouTube channels have popularized the hunt for valuable coins in pocket change. This has brought a resurgence of attention to coins like the Kentucky quarter and spurred interest in searching for error coins and grading rare finds with high precision. This quarter also occasionally appears in coin roll hunting, where enthusiasts search rolls of quarters from banks in hopes of finding uncirculated or rare varieties. And with over 700 million struck, the odds are good that collectors will still find these coins in decent condition in circulation to this day. Thus, the Kentucky 2001 quarter holds a strong place in numismatic culture as a symbol of state pride, American tradition, and the growing enthusiasm for coin collecting that spans generations and connects history, art, and personal discovery all in the palm of your hand.